Post-fight review, B-Marsh Boxing, Canelo Alvarez versus Avni Yildrim. It's safe to say, man, that this wasn't no fight at all. Avni Yildrim was just as the man Tim Bradley said. He's a punching bag, and I gotta agree with the man Tim Bradley. Canelo is not fighting the best. Now in round one, that was the best round we saw from the man Canelo. Even though the man Avni Yildrim was a punching bag, he was getting caught with the left hooks to the head, left uppercuts to the chin, just snapping his head back. It wasn't really aggressive, really, And that was the order of the day for the man Avni Yildrim. Avni Yildrim just wasn't on the same skill level as Canelo, and hence why Canelo got the knockout in the third round. Caught him with a beautiful 1-2, and he didn't. The man retired on his stool coming into round 4, so this was a third round stoppage for the man Canelo Alvarez. And quite lackluster performance by Yildrim. I can't say great performance by the man Canoli, because we all know, at least those who are not in denial, that Avni Yildrim had no shot. I seen some guys on YouTube predicting that Avni Yildrim will win this fight. I'm not quite sure what kind of boxing they've been watching, but Avni Yildrim was just there. Look, Avni Yildrim hasn't fought in 2 years. Avni Yildrim is coming off a loss. How credible of an opponent is Avni Yildrim? Like I made a video about a week ago. You mean to tell me Canelo is number one pound for pound when he's fighting Avni Yildrim, a guy coming off a loss who hasn't fought in 2 years, and a guy who is Chris Eubank Jr. and Anthony the Dog Durrell's leftovers? God missed me with that BS, Tim Bradley, man, Tim Bradley talks kind of crazy as far as his loyal support and company man type of commentary for top rank fighters. But this is one of the few times Tim Bradley, in my opinion, is spot on ever since he's been a commentator. The man Yildrim was being given this opportunity. For whatever reason, I don't know what kind of close ties he has with the WBC, but the WBC made sure to put him in the pocket and make him get this fight with the man Canelo Alvarez. And I'm even mad I woke up this early, to watch this fight, because this was not a fight at all. This was a one-sided beating. And I don't even blame the man Avni Yildrim. Collect your paycheck and get the F up out of here. What's the point? You wasn't on this guy's level. Not that the man Canoli is a great boxer or anything of that nature. He's average at best, in my opinion, because these are the type of caliber fighters he fights. Chris Maddox here on this DAZN app keeps giving this man Canoli high praise, talking about he's trying to become undisputed at 168, trying to fight the best. Well, that's not the truth. Becoming an undisputed, sure, that's what he's trying to do, because he's fighting the man Billy Joe Saunders next. But Canelo has not fought the best of the best in the previous division he was at. Why wasn't Canelo keen on becoming undisputed at 160? Yeah, maybe because other guys like the man Bubu Andrade, who also fights on the zone, was holding a strap, is still holding that WBO middleweight strap, and Jamal Charlo, who political barriers might make that fight not happen, but at the end of the day, that's another world title holder on the middleweight side, Now, Canoli, in my opinion, is going for undisputed at 168, possibly fighting Billy Joe Saunders on Cinco de Mayo. Billy Joe Saunders is a guy whose best wins are Andy Lee and David Lemieux. Okay? We've seen the man Billy Joe Saunders in his previous fights, and he hasn't looked he's not ready for a man like Canelo, and Canelo knows that this guy can move a little bit. You know what I mean? Probably one of the best guys with footwork that Canelo has fought, but this man, Billy Joe Saunders, doesn't have the punching power to at least keep the man Canelo honest, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Third round stoppage for the man Canelo. And some fellas came in my comment section when I made a video about Andre Ward, talking about he can beat Canelo and stuff like that. And I basically posed the question, can Canelo beat Andre Ward? That's the question I'd like everybody to ask. And these guys coming to tell me that the man Canelo will knock out Andre Ward because Andre Ward is chinny. Andre Ward is chinny? How many times Andre Ward been knocked out? None. How many times Andre Ward came up off the canvas to win fights? Twice, when he beat Sergey Kovalev the first time and when he got dropped by Andre Boone in his come-up fights, even way before he was a world champion. How the F is that chinny? You know what I mean? So I told him, you must think, when does the man Canelo knock out elite fighters? Or so he possibly thinks guys like Yildrim's an elite fighter, right? Liam Smith is an elite fighter, right? Oh, James Kirkland, elite fighter. Amir Khan, a guy who had to come up 2 weight classes, up to middleweight, 155 pounds. That's north of 154 if you don't know your math. Them fellas, that's the type of guys Canelo knocks out. He couldn't knock out Callum Smith. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Rocky Felding. Right. You can't look, man. Chris Maddox on the zone might be talking to y'all casuals and you guys are buying everything he hears, everything you hear from him, but you can't fool me. And I mean, been watching boxing way too long. And this man Canelo is selling wolf tickets out here. You know what I'm saying? Sure, he wants to become undisputed at 168 because these fighters at 168 are not worth it. You know what I mean? As far as world level caliber type of fighters. When David Benavidez held that WBC world title at 168, Canelo wanted no smoke with him or wasn't even talking about anything at 168 as far as becoming undisputed, okay? Same goes with the man Canelo when he was at 160 pounds. Ain't trying to become undisputed at that weight class when all he needed was one belt. He even vacated his WBC belt in order not to face his mandatory Jamel Charlo. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. I don't got to talk nothing about this, what I just seen tonight. There ain't nothing to talk about as far as this Canelo versus Yildrim fight. It is what it is. He stopped him. And as for Doc dropped him, only one knockdown, and the guy didn't go out on his shield. He collected his paycheck, and he's out of there. He's probably going to be at the strip clubs tonight in Miami. Spending some of that dough he made versus Canelo. Good for him. Get your payday, man. I'm sure that money goes a long way in Turkey. But we talking about what the man Canelo's selling us, and he's selling us wolf tickets. And you can't come and tell me this guy's number 1 pound for pound. That's out, man. He's trying to become undisputed at 168 because it's a weak weight class, you know what I mean? He ain't trying to fight the man Bubu Andrade at 160 or Jamel Charlo. Even at 154, he avoided the man Bubu Andrade. When Bubu Andrade got stripped for his WBO 154-pound title due to inactivity, got stripped for his title. Austin Trout was supposed to be next up to fight for that WBO vacant title. The WBO just automatically took Austin Trout up out of their rankings, possibly in order so the man Canelo don't gotta fight that man. And Canelo went on to fight this Liam Smith, you know what I mean, for the WBO title. He didn't fight the man Bubu Andrade for the WBO title at 154, but he fought Liam Smith, beating that guy called John Thompson, who was a participant. I think he even won that Boxino tournament on ESPN. So look, Tim Bradley, two different division weight champion, you know what I mean, multiple world champion in 2 different weight classes. He told y'all, man, and I got to agree with the man. Canelo ain't fighting the best, and Avni Yildrim was a punching bag. Be March Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm out of here.